Chris, obviously the free throw shooting is going to be one of the bigger stories of this game. I mean, you guys haven't been a horrible free throw shooting team this year. What do you think just happened there down the stretch?
Missed free throws. Especially when it counted. You're in a one possession game down the stretch, and it's just you gotta rely on your reps and your routine, and just staying focused. And unfortunately, we just didn't make them when they really counted.
Go ahead, Stan.
You guys, started the game hot, and then Cam comes out. I think it was 13 minutes or so. He picks up his second foul. Just how frustrating was that, and how much do you feel like that kind of changed some of the momentum you guys had there in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go back and replace. You really don't know, but he seems to be doing that quite often this year. I've talked to him about it a lot and how valuable he is for our team. And it's not because he's not trying to play well and do right and help us win. It's just his aggression sometimes needs to be a little more disciplined and not put himself in harm's way, and try to make a play defensively or even offensively for that matter, because we're better when he's on the floor.
Will Paul, front row.
Obviously, you've seen Sears for a couple of years now. Just how difficult is he to keep in front of you, first of all, and then just the way he's able to shoot the basketball?
Yeah, he's a great player. I think he's as good as a guard as there is in college basketball right now. He's just got no weaknesses in his game. He's got experience. He obviously shoots it at a high clip. He's 50 from three, and I don't know what he is from the field, but it's right around there as well. I think mid-80s from the free throw line, and he's a competitor. And you can talk about keeping him away from his left, but we've all seen enough basketball where we've complained that letting him go to his dominant hand, but there's certain players that can get there regardless. You certainly talk to your blue in the face about trying to do that with guys, but he's one of those guys that has figured out a way to get where he wants to go. But he certainly had a heck of a second half and kind of willed their team.
We'll stay to coaches right on the front row. We'll go to Tanner, and then we'll go back to Benjamin.
Coach, kind of an out of characteristic night for Tolu tonight, 5 for 15 from the floor. What do you need to see out of the rest of the guys when he can't get it going?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably as more disappointed or as much disappointed as anybody is, and that was the plan, right? To play inside out and get him the ball and get Jimmy the ball, and try to just impose his will on their team and get his game going down there. And for whatever reason, the ball wouldn't go in the basket for him, and the majority of his shots were around the charge circle, and then the one jumper he took. And I don't know. I mean, he's just one of those nights for him.
The turnovers, the numbers overall were about even, but big discrepancy in terms of points off turnovers in their favor. How tough can that be when you're playing against a team that likes to get out in transition and wants to play really fast, to defend after you turn the ball over?
Yeah, that was a big topic of conversation, is their transition offense, and the biggest strength that we could have was not to turn the ball over, to try to not let them get in transition, because they're really hard to guard when you give them the ball and the court's broken and they can get their run game that way. And the same thing with taking average shots early in the clock. I thought we did a little bit of that as well, and we really talked a lot about that, of not trying to jumpstart their transition game by putting ourselves in harm's way that way. And but they're good at what they do. I mean, they got their system, they believe in it, they're committed to it. They know that it's a game of spurts, and they're trying to get longer spurts than the other team, and they do it by sharing the basketball and spacing the floor and getting a bunch of threes, and instilling a lot of confidence with their kids to shoot the ball.
We'll go back to the cameras and John, and then we'll head back down to the front row with Justin.
Chris, how confident are you in your guys' kind of mentality and ability to kind of wipe away a loss like this, get back at it in the gym tomorrow with that right mentality to kind of attack the gauntlet of SEC play that you guys have coming up?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. We've got a core group of guys that understand that this league is unrelenting, it's unforgiving. Every game You know, there's a lot riding on it. You know, that's not my concern. I know we'll get back once we regroup and get through this feeling, and that's just the way it works. You know, in every conference, but especially in a conference like this.
Chris, there aren't many other teams in college basketball that are as high octane offensively as they are. What do you think the guys learned about just how precise and how, I guess, crisp you have to be on the defensive end against a team like that?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll talk to them, when we watch the film, and we'll go through all of our breakdowns. You know, the biggest issue we had was, especially in the second half, even in the first half, is we were trying to play their ghost screens, if you will, where they slip out of the ball screens with guard and big, and we couldn't get it on the floor. We were guarding our own man, so we had 2 on the ball, and we got better at it late in the game, but a lot of their scores were of that variety, and that was frustrating, and we had to eventually try to change it. But they're a hard guard. We knew that going in. We certainly try to do our best to put our players in position to give them the best chance, but at the end of the day, my only message I have for the guys is they play better.
Go ahead to Steph here, and then we'll go back to the second row.
You had Jaquan and Trey come in there in the first half when you had some players in foul trouble. What did you think of the way kind of they embraced the role given to them, in this game, because they haven't played too many minutes in SEC play before this?
Yeah, I was mentally committed to playing both those guys in the first half and seeing how it unfolded. I thought that because of Alabama's style and the number of possessions they're trying to create, that I wanted to make sure that we were good, in the second half, and had our legs and weren't wore out, more than normal. But I thought both of them, on face value, from where I stood, did a pretty good job. Trey obviously made a couple shots, and Quan blocked a shot, and I think got a rebound or 2, and was pretty good in terms of his assignments on defense. And hopefully, we can build up some depth that way.
Go second row middle, and David.
Sellout amounts for this game, over a capacity crowd is listed tonight, and even though the outcome wasn't what you wanted there, what does it say about the investment that's being made in this program now?
Yeah, we were excited, obviously, to hear that that was going to be the situation, and we're not even back in school, and just disappointed that we didn't deliver the result that our fan base wanted. You could feel the energy, even driving into work, walking in. I had to do a couple things before the game, and you could just feel it. You could feel the big game atmosphere, and the crowd was great. They were trying to help us in the right spots, and just disappointed, like I said, that we didn't deliver the results that we all wanted.
Anything else for Coach before we let him go? All right, we'll see you guys.